Hey, Nation, Harry here, and I'm with Tim Golden, and we'll talk about where you are and what you do and all that. But it sure was a pleasure to meet you just under a month ago at the GTIA ChannelCon event. I thought it was a fresh change. I've gone to that thing for years, and this is the first time since they split with CompTIA that they were in charge. I thought it was a nice event. How about you? How do you like it at a high level?
Yeah, Harry. Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, absolutely. So their first official GTIA Channel Con, gotta say, um, it was really, really good. Despite being in that gross humidity
Yeah.
of Nashville. And I'm from New England, so I'm kind of a little bit used to hot and humid, but the venue was amazing. The location was awesome, but I don't do so well in the heat and humidity, even being from New England where we deal with heat and humidity. But yes, the venue was amazing. The people was amazing. The content was awesome. I'm super excited for GTIA and where they're headed in the future. Really, really great to be part of this community, part of what feeling the vibe, right? That was the
Yeah.
whole mantra, right? Feeling the vibe and really excited to see what the future holds, right? Obviously, uncertainty and all that fun stuff, but I think there's a bright and vibrant future ahead of GTIA. So I'm excited to see what's coming.
Excellent. Well, I enjoyed our chat, and I wanted to kind of memorialize that with a one of my standard podcasts.
Sure.
Um, so, where do you live? Where are you? And then let
Yeah.
me hear about your career. How'd you
Yeah.
get in?
Yeah, as I said, I'm from New Hampshire, a little about an hour north of Boston. Been in New England all my life. Yeah, hi, I'm Tim Golden, recovering MSP, now turned compliance vendor. Been in the space, probably 20 plus years, kind of flying under the radar. Little GTIA CompTIA tie-in here. MJ Shore, you all know him, one of the big wigs over there at GTIA. As a former MSP, he was an MSP here in the New England Seacoast area where I live. Back in, I don't know, probably 2005, 6, 7, whatever the hell it was, I was corporate IT. He came knocking at my door, MJ Shore, and I didn't want an MSP. I had this stuff handled. I kicked him out of my office because I didn't need an MSP way back then. I had my act together. So, fast forward 20 years, and here we are working together again at GTIA. So, as most corporate IT people, I didn't need an MSP. So, it is really interesting how us IT folk, our paths cross all the time, right? So, yeah, former IT, corporate IT, turned MSP. Now I'm a vendor here, helping MSPs have that risk conversation
Sure.
with their customer. So, yeah,
Yeah. What's
spent the last 20 years doing this work.
Yeah. Well, they go quick. I'll tell you. In
They
fact,
do.
folks, we're recording this just before the Labor Day weekend. Typically the end of summer, and I've been up there post Labor Day up into Maine and so on, and those little towns get a little sleepy. They get a little quiet after summer. So
They
here,
do. It's usually kind of extends into, well, generally politically correct word, Columbus Day, Indigenous Day, that October weekend, leaf peeping season,
yeah,
as they tend to call it here in the New England area, where everybody rushes to the White Mountains to see all the fall leaves and the foliage. And then yeah, it's pretty much nothing till ski season starts in late December or January.
yeah. What's the secret sauce? So let's double click into the product. I got it at a high level. MSPs are using your tool to
Yeah.
complete automated assessment and make recommendations, or what's going on, man?
Yeah, I try to stay away from the word automated, and even though that's the buzz marketing word that everybody loves to use. Yeah, so yes, risk assessments, risk register, policy, procedure, all those governance, risk, and compliance buzzwords that marketing and other companies tend to throw out. The big core component is we do policy documentation at scale better than anybody else, right? We do assessment work better than anybody else, more affordable than anybody else. And I could probably get into all the value fund props, but the real component is that we help you have that risk conversation with your customer. And I can get into all the gory details. We do that during the live demos. We run weekly live demos.
And I'd like to encourage people to go to your site and get that. That's not why we're here today. But compliancescorecard.com.
Yep.
Okay. And then what's on the roadmap? Are you overseas right now? Are you gonna, go overseas with your product? You gonna make any acquisitions? People typically don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, we actually just made an acquisition here this past December, January, and added a full-blown professional services division to work side by side, hand in glove with the MSPs. Now, they retain the customer, they retain the paper, it is their customer, but we find that a lot of MSPs just either don't have the expertise or don't have the in-house people. So we partner with side by side, hand in glove. They retain the client, they retain the paper, and we just augment their staff and help them deliver the services, build the confidence, and really white glove, hand in hand with that MSP side by side as an extension of their MSP team. Both MSSPs and MSPs can really leverage our pro services staff to help them build confidence, close deals, and really just leverage our team as an extension of their team.
Yeah. Hey, final question. I know I talked to you towards the end of the event. So honestly, as I was walking around, kind of glazed, dazed, and amazed, did you have a booth?
We did have a booth. That's one of the benefits of GTIA is that everybody actually has the same size booth. So there's no like mega vendors with the mega spaces and all. Like we're all actually level set, which I love because it puts us all on the same playing field, right? So it's a really great opportunity for vendors at GTIA. We're all on the same playing field. So we don't feel outgunned, outmanned, out whatever, because we're all there at the same size booth, the same thing. So, and it gives MSPs the opportunity to meet hundreds of vendors.
Yeah. Hey, finally, and hey, stay on the line after I stop recording. Got one question for you, but finally, what shows will you be at this fall? We're going to see at IT Nation, or where you have?
Yeah, our next show will be up in Canada, Can IT, right? So that'll be a couple weeks here in September. We'll be at Can IT. We'll be at a brand new show with our business partner Arnie Bellini at Cyber Bay in Tampa coming up in October. And then I think we're done for the year. There might be one other one maybe in late November, and then Right of Boom on the first of the year.
Yeah. All right, Tim. Well, again, stay on the line. Thank you, sir. I'm glad we had a chat at the conference, and folks, that's what resulted in this follow-up, and that's kind of what community is. Thank you, Tim.
Awesome. Harry, thank you so much for having us.